back in place, Steve. We're ready?
Yes, sir.
You ready, bro?
Yes, sir. You?
I'm good. I'm pumped. And, folks, we just having a little bit of issues here while we're working out the kinks. Thank you all, guys, for joining us. And thank you, Amazon Live. Welcome. Come in. Let us know where you're watching from. MFT, thank you guys. Join us live on Amazon.com/Memes for Togs. I know we're also on here at MFT. What happened? What just happened? What happened? We restarted again?
Nope.
All right. Well, we're just going to go in. Yeah, we restarted. So let's... All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Steve and I, we are here ready to rock and roll on pros and gear, professional gear and stories with Stephen Gabrail of Studio 41. Welcome, Steve, to the show. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
Good, man. Before we get to talking about your stuff, man, I'd like to hear a little bit about yourself. Let us know where your studio is, the name of your studio. In fact, let me bring in a little bit of your info here for those that want to know you. And let me bring you in here. Let's see what we have. Okay, so that everybody know you are on the web at studio41photo.com. Yeah, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. Where are you from and how long you've been shooting and with what gear you've been shooting with?
I'm from Troy, Michigan, and I've been shooting for almost 20 years.
Wow.
Close to it, something like that. And then just kind of picked up a camera when I was a little kid. My dad was a professional cinematographer. And, we had cameras all over the house and things like that. And he would hand me the camera every once in a while and say, here, take a picture. And I had no idea. And then just kind of grew up into it, basically. I really had no choice.
Is this a family business?
But it was. My dad retired and I took over and just kind of ran with it.
Very cool, man.
So it's based out of Troy, Michigan, and we do about 50, 55, 60 weddings a year.
Wow, that's good, man. Last year, 2022?
2020, no. I was going to say pre-COVID,
Uh-huh.
was around 55, 56.
Okay.
This year would have been 60. And then obviously COVID happened and just, cut it in half, basically.
Yeah, man. And, you're one of the very few people, actually, you are the only person I know that actually shoot Leica. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about that. What got you into shooting Leica? It's not every day you hear somebody that shoots predominantly or just exclusively Leica, because we know it's a little bougie of a camera.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way, it's...
yeah, I'm looking at it that way.
It makes sense. No, I shot Canon for 10 plus years.
Uh-huh.
Anywhere from 1DX, 1DX Mark II. Mm-hmm. I had 11 L series lenses, all the lighting you can think of. Back then, ProPhoto wasn't so wireless, so to speak, in terms of battery power and whatnot. So I ended up outgrowing Canon, so to speak. I don't know if that make sense or not, but my images were lacking something. I feel like overall sharpness, things like that. Maybe it was me, possibly, I think.
Yeah.
But when I looked at a different system, Nikon was the competitor back then.
Right.
Sony wasn't really into playing with mirrorless and whatnot. It was just sort of kind of beginning, with the crop sensor cameras that they were coming out with. And so I looked at Leica, for example, and thought, man, this is way, way, way too expensive.
Yeah.
Right? So I looked at my gear and said, if I trade this stuff in, I can possibly, start out with the body and a couple of lenses, right?
Yeah.
So I did that, and I was really weary of it because it was mirrorless, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to turn out well or not. So I trusted it, kept shooting with it, and then once I saw the result and how things were turning out, I just got rid of all that stuff, eyes closed, and didn't even look back.
Well, let's take a look at the results, shall we? And we'll get right into conversing a little bit about your photography.
Mm-hmm.
And now, the way we're gonna do it, if it would stop for us, hold on, give me 1 minute. Let me get this together. Now, the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna kind of look at your pictures, your photos,
Yep.
and then I'll just ask you for how you approach the shot and with what gear, and then for our Amazon friends, we'll go ahead and show that gear, hopefully, if they have it. That's the big thing. Because when you sent me, for those of you that don't know, I request the photographers to send me their gear list, and I create their own gear list on Amazon so that I could, if anybody desires to be able to shoot in the same way the photographers shoot, they can go ahead and purchase those that gear within that gear list. And for those of you that want to know, I go 50-50 with the photographers should there be any profit on that. But anyhow, when I was building Steve's gear list, half of the stuff he sent me was not available on Amazon. So we are probably going to talk about some things that are not available on Amazon. And neither he nor I will be making money should you buy it someplace else. But we'll have fun. So that's our that will be our that will be our saving grace, that we had fun talking about stuff that we can make money from.
Sorry, Olivia.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I love it. I love it. You are. So let's talk about this photo. It is on the portfolio scene, and for those of you that are wanting to see it more of a high resolution, it is on his website at studio41photo.com. And let us know when was this taken and with what gear, and we'll see if Amazon helps us today.
Sure. So this was at a banquet facility, that banquet hall that they were supposed to have the reception in.
When was this taken?
Because of COVID. This was back shot back in July.
Okay, last year. Okay.
Yeah, 2020. I keep saying this year.
No, yeah. Me too.
And they were allowed to shoot in there. They were just allowed to have the reception in there.
Okay.
So we took advantage, and I just walked in and saw the window with the arches and the mirrors and things like that. And just more of a general standard shot. So I used a Profoto light.
Okay, I think we have that
coming from. Yeah, you got that one.
I think we do have that one. Let's see what we have. Here we go. Let's see. All right, there you go. Come on, Amazon, help us out here. All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay, there's the Profoto. The B10.
It's B10 and B10 Plus.
Okay.
So I used one. I can't remember exactly which one I used. And then it had a Profoto 24-inch beauty dish. And then it was to the groom's left, basically, if you look at it that way. kind of hidden from the by the wall.
So
And I used the Leica SL2
okay.
and the Leica 35 millimeter Summicron F2.
Dag nabbit, bro. I don't think we have that. Okay. Hold on. That's the Profoto B10 Plus that you were talking about.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about that light, and then we'll talk about
Okay.
the bougie Leica camera, the SL2, which is fantastic. But let's talk about this light. Why would you choose this light? I know there's some in the photo that we're looking at right now. There are natural light in there. And what was your thought process when it came to lighting and your approach on it by way of angles and even the posing, if you can tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the window is pretty prominent in the back. It's pretty bright, right? So when you walk in, my eye just kind of got attracted to that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a couple of silhouettes over there and whatnot, but the spiral staircase is sort of cutting the window in half,
Right.
right? So I thought I would light them up so I can sort of expose the background, foreground, make everything more even,
Yeah.
so to speak, right? And as far as the pose go, I wanted the bride to give her an excuse to turn her face towards the light,
Yeah.
but not just kind of like go like this and you know, I don't want it to be boring, so to speak, right? So I wanted it to be a little bit more intimate, having something to do with her hands, him having to do something, but also maybe split lighting him as well, but then sort of profile lighting her with the B10 with a softer light,
Yeah.
which the modifier caused that glow.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And just basically you just sort of expose for the ambient and then fill them in with light.
So let's just on this this light here, the B10. Obviously, a Pro Photo is standard for pro photographers. It is one of the more expensive lights. There are, Godox provides kind of like an alternative with its AD600, right? Is that about the equivalent of it?
Yep, this is a 500 watt, and there's an 8600 and there's an 8600 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually shot Godox for some time, but the simplicity of Pro Photo and how quick I can change settings and power, modeling lights, it's super fast.
Yeah.
And when you're running gun it with weddings, which happens a lot, you don't want to think about 1, 2, 3, X, Y, Z. You just want it to happen.
Yeah, you just wanted to make sure
So
that
that's why
I think you were talking about is this you're talking about Pro Photo modifier, right? You didn't send me that one, did you? For the modifier?
I believe maybe not. I don't think I did, to be honest.
What is it?
I do have
the Pro Photo.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let's see. The Pro Photo, what is it? How large was it?
It's a Pro Photo Beauty Dish, 24-inch. Yep.
24.
OCF.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to take a look at it and we'll add it to your, is this the one you're talking about here, bro?
The soft white, correct.
This is the one?
Correct.
So yeah, we'll add it to your list so that those of us that maybe want to take a look at Gabriel's lighting gear. It's very important for the lighting gear, right, dude?
Say that again?
It's important for us to know the lighting because this image they probably would have been in the shadows, being that they're backlit, had there not been proper lighting in them.
Correct. Yeah, and silhouettes are very dynamic. I love silhouettes, but they could also be super distracting if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
Because the bubble is basically a blob of ink in the image, and if you're not separating them properly, they're just going to blend in with a building, for example, or a tree.
Yeah.
Give or take, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, silhouettes, when done correctly, is an art is an art.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, an
I love
exercise in
those.
art. Yeah, if it's done correctly.
Silhouettes, reflections, those are some of my favorites.
Now, is this the SL2 we're talking about? The Leica SL2?
That is it.
That's it. Oh, Amazon sells it. Probably third party, but hey, hey.
It's
So talk to me about this camera, and why. You said you have two of these, right?
three. Not the same exact model. So I have an original SL.
Mm-hmm. They didn't
I
have
have the
the SL2.
SL2.
I think I looked for that one. They didn't have it.
The SL.
Uh huh.
Okay. That one is the original, the first one that came out.
Okay.
When they released it, it was 7,500 for the body.
Dude.
When it first came out.
Yeah.
Then they dropped this one to 6, and then now they just came out with an SL2S, and they dropped that to 4,895, so 4,900.
Can you let us know? I know you shot Canon for a while. Can you let us know some of the different dynamics of this this body versus uh, the bodies that you were
X.
the bodies that you were using previous to this?
Yeah, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to switch to Leica was because it was smaller, lighter, more compact, etc. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
The 1DX is a brick; it's a tank,
Right.
man.
Yeah. I mean,
I
it
love
has
that camera.
mirrors
And
and
all,
everything. It's huge. So this is mirrorless.
yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go smaller, lighter, things like that. And I did it in a way, but the SL lenses are pretty hefty themselves,
Yeah.
and the ones that I have on there. And really, it's just with mirrorless. Technically, now I could be wrong. It technically gives you a sharper image than a DSLR,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, if you use a Zeiss Otis, which is about a $5,000 lens for a 55 millimeter, you're going to get very, very superb quality images, sort of like a Leica look,
Yeah.
right? From edge to edge sharpness, it's a perfect lens,
Mm-hmm.
right? But Canon's lenses were nice, decent. They did the job. They got me through the wedding, no problem, etc. But it was just lacking something, man. It was like lacking character. I don't know. It was like soulless almost,
Mm.
right? So Leica lenses.
That is
What?
his word, not mine, yo. I'm gonna have
No,
to meme
I'm
that.
not knocking
I'm
on
gonna have to
Canon.
meme that. I'm gonna be like Canon versus Leica, and I'm gonna have to have like the Death Angel standing over Canon, be like Steven says, soulless camera.
And really, it's a photographer too. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's.
Oh, now you're
like
throwing shade to the Canon
photographer.
users. Okay.
No, what I mean is, Canon is fantastic, man.
Oh, you're backtracking now. Don't get that hamstring.
If I ever were to switch from Leica ever,
Uh-huh.
I would go back to Canon.
Well, no, so
Yeah.
I mean, the standard for mirrorless is obviously, um, June says, I know what he means. So he's talking about the Canon soullessness. And he's laughing.
No, it's not that. It's not even the cameras,
He's
man.
a Sony user, so we're gonna have to be careful what we're about to say.
Bro.
He's gonna. We're not gonna go there, right?
Don't get me started on that, man.
All right, so let's take a look at the lens you used, and tell me
Yeah.
which one is the one you're using here, because like I said, I'm not familiar with a Leica, and is it even here on the gear list? Because I couldn't find.
No.
I think 5. I think I only found these. Oh, there is the SL.
camera.
Leica
That is
SL.
oh, this is the original SL.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I think it's very, very difficult to find new ones now.
Uh-huh.
If you did, they're probably going to be in the low sevens, maybe high sixes.
1,000?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
really that camera is pretty sweet when you really if you know how to shoot with it.
Now, when you say you know how to
The
shoot, so
SL2.
what is the nuance of that camera that makes it a little bit more challenging than your regular bodies?
Well, nothing really. The focusing system it's basic.
Okay.
Like it's not any fancy eye detect or it's got some tracking and things like that, but it's like it's
So a
very
little bit more,
very very laggy.
user intensive. Is that what you're saying? A little bit more user intensive. The user has to do a lot more than just shoot.
Yes and no. It almost makes you want to focus more, like as in like look at your shot
Mm-hmm.
and not just go, oh, there's IF and click,
Right.
and you got whatever, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm more old school, man. I'm a little bit more old school. I like more not manual, so to speak, but I like to pick my focusing point. I like to, just be in control totally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not that IAF won't do it, but I just have that. I just don't like that. I don't want it to take away from the experience too.
I got you. I think
like
I
to have fun
understand
doing
what
it
you're
as
saying.
well.
I understand what you're saying. There is some sort of like lazy. I know when I started shooting with the mirrorless, the Z6, as opposed to the DSLR, which I was more hands-on, and the IAF was part of it. I was just like so happy. I was just like, hey, look at this, yeah. I was just kind of like just pushing at the screen just to follow the eye. You know what I mean? And I wasn't really more focused like, oh, okay, make sure I'm following and moving. There was less movement on my part and more about just kind of getting it. So the camera was less of a
did the work for you.
Yeah, did the work for me. And I get what you're saying. By the way, June just says, Steve, don't let Lemuel give you the wrong impression. My background is video. Okay, so we'll let him pass. So camera-wise, but so you say 35, and it's not here. So let's go back to, oh no, Mike Hickman gave us that face. All right, soulless. Uh-oh. Mike,
it's not the cameras, man.
Do not hold it against me. Do not hold it against me. It's your boy Steve. But let's go back to your photo here that we were looking at, which is fantastic.
I can show you something, Lemuel, that would give you an exact idea what I mean about that character.
Okay, go ahead. Is it here?
So in the wedding section,
we are in the wedding
section.
If
you scroll to the right, you'll see a pair of shoes hanging from a cable with lights. It's outside with a green background.
Okay, we're going.
Let me keep going. I think it'll be coming up soon.
This is your work is incredible, by the way.
Hey, brother, I appreciate it.
And now I'll give you a pass. Woo, this beautiful. Holy moly, I feel her, bro. Woo, she's looking right through my soul. Yeah, but I'm not a Canon user, so I am soulful. Mike says all good.
I quit.
Preston says AMFT and Steve. What's up? All right, so let's find this photo that you were talking about. Bruh.
It should be.
Is this you or is this the Leica? Seriously, man, you're going to make people buy Leica here.
It's Leica. It's Leica. I have nothing to do with it, bro.
Bro, this is just... Is this... How do you edit your photos, though, man? Do you do minimal editing? Are you one of those minimalists, or are you like Photoshop intensive?
Minimal editing, bro. No, not at all.
So this is almost straight out of the camera. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God. Okay, I'm not getting married, but
Keep
you're
going,
hiding.
man. It's coming up, I promise.
Holy moly,
Should be in
dude!
there.
What is this? What are you doing here?
What?
What are you doing here? I know we're looking at it, but what are you doing here? You have backlight. Tell us a little bit. What are you doing here?
Oh, the smoke behind him is cigarette smoke.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit?
Someone was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, just tell me the whole time. I'm sorry, man. This is fantastic. Damn. Speak to me a little bit, Sensei. Tell me.
Sensei.
You and I have got to connect to get a class together, bro. This is amazing.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. This is outside at night.
This is at night.
And there was a couple guys smoke. What's that?
This is at night.
Yeah, this is at night. This is pitch black with a couple lights just kind of from the building. I brought just a small video light just so I can see what I'm doing and focus, of course. And I had a backlight behind him. There's a couple of guys smoking.
What are you using
and
for
I
the
said,
backlight?
hey guys, you mind just coming in here and blowing some smoke?
Yeah.
I had one guy sit down behind the couple and kind of like blow it up.
Uh-huh.
And you got these dust particles kind of everywhere just from life kind of thing. And then boom, it's you just expose, and you don't want to blast them too hard because it'll burn them.
Yeah.
But just to know so you can get a nice.
So you have two lights here, right? You have two lights.
Yes, but the main one is the one behind them.
So how did you front light them? What were you using?
Believe it or not, the video light in front.
Okay, so that's a video.
It was more of a fill-in, but it's not the main light, so to speak. Does that make sense? I know it's lighting them perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is when you backlight, it comes forward.
That's right. Wraps them around.
Bounces back and hits them. So if there was a wall next to me, which I really don't remember if there was or not, it would have bounced back and sort of washed them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Or filled them in more.
So right now, the only thing that is in front of them, that's by you, is a video light. Is that what you're saying?
Very small. Yeah, just a very small light, just so I can focus.
Bro, incredible. Beautiful. All right, let's take a look at your...
Keep going, because I wanted to really show you that one with the shoes.
All right, here we go.
There, right there. This is it.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to us. Talk to me.
So...
Talk to me, Sensei. Teach me.
I want you to find any Canon lens out there.
I don't know. I'm not a Canon. I have a soul, so I don't shoot.
You won't.
I don't shoot Canon.
You won't get that. You won't get that. The only
Mike, is he true?
Like
is he saying the truth, Mike? Come on, chime in, buddy. So go ahead, bro.
I mean, to me, the only lens that would produce a bokeh like that, with the separation and the micro contrast to the image, the sharpness, the fall off, would be that Leica 50 0.95 lens.
Let's put this all in the way so the whole screen can see it. The whole shot can be seen.
You can't. I don't think you'll get that from any other Canon lens or Nikon or Sony. They'll produce a nice bokeh. They'll give you whatever.
Mike asked the question. All right. Mike says, beautiful work indeed. Are you saying that the camera has made the images better as opposed to your years of experience? I asked because I went from Canon 6D to Canon EOS R and now the R6. So even though the mirrorless and thousands more focus points have helped, I know that I've learned more in the last 2 years with the mirrorless with lighting and post-processing. Soulless shooter.
Soulless shooter?
That's perfect, Mike. Thank you. So what do you say about that, brother?
The lenses are legendary, man. It's lighting. Lighting is number one.
So is this natural or are there artificial light introduced here?
All natural.
Okay.
This one.
And you're shooting with the SL2 and the 35?
This one is SL2, and the 50 millimeter
Do I have that
not
one here?
deluxe 0.95.
Do I have that one here?
Yes, you do.
Is that this one? All right, y'all. You ready? Hold on to your pocketbooks. Hold on. Here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all not ready. I'm not ready. When I clicked on this, I was like, I'm not ready for this. There it is. I'm not ready. We are not ready. This is the lens, right?
Yes, sir. I love that thing, man.
At 0.95, you had me at 0.95.
Yes, sir. That's what happened to me too. That thing is unbelievable. And it's manual,
So this is what Mike is
that's
saying.
not.
Mike is trying to say. I guess it's the age old question of gear versus guy, so to speak. Gear versus the person using it, you know, or gear versus
Yes.
goods, or gear versus gifts. It is. Is it?
Yep.
Is it the user? Is it you and your years of taking photos, or is it the gear itself that produces the quality work that we are looking at right now?
Both. You got to get that lens into the right hands to do the right work.
Yeah.
And so you can, I mean, you can give it to anybody that doesn't really know photography much,
Mm-hmm.
or wedding photography much, so to speak, you
Yeah.
know. And the results might be just standard, right? So you could give me a phase one IQ 150 for $50,000,
Uh-huh.
and I'd probably make it look like crap if I don't know how to shoot, for example.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a mix of both. But you know, the Noctilux line, it's got a brother, and then the Similux line has you know a couple of M lenses too that are phenomenal.
Lindsay says, this lens better cook for me. Better cook all my meals for a year and escort me around for that price. She says, heck no.
Heck no, right? Yeah. It's scary, Lemuel. It's not an easy thing to like dive into this stuff and buying it, man. It's very scary. You can't return it. Leica's not a thing where you're like, oh, I don't like it, let me just return it.
And then it's not like the aftermarket. There's so many people looking for it.
Yes and no. It's very, very small.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you'd better want to keep it if you're going to buy it.
Is there another image that you have that was shot with a 50 millimeter on this portfolio here?
Yes.
There is.
Let me.
If you, I'll scroll through. I'll scroll through and you tell us.
Yeah.
Because your
There
work
was
is
just
beautiful,
one.
so we could definitely. So you do any post work when it comes to skin?
No.
So that's the camera treatment for the skin.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, lighting and really, really, really shallow f-stops.
You're gonna have us like.
Oh,
You're gonna have us putting together
This
monies to buy some Leica gear soon.
I
Mike
swear
says
it's
here.
so
Mike
worth it,
says.
man.
Mike says we know there are plenty of people out there with more dollars than cents that not knowing about photography, but have that money, have that spot because they can. I guess that's what it is. But yeah, you are not one of the people that Mike is definitely talking about. Although we know some of those people, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So 50 millimeter.
Keep going. I'll
The
pause
red
you when I
dot,
see
like
one.
the red camera. Is that what we're talking about, Mike?
Wait, stop here. Go back one. One more. That is shot with the 50 millimeter 0.95.
Okay. Natural light.
The one next to it. Yes, natural light.
Not that one, obviously. This one.
This one. This one is shot with a 75 millimeter 1.25 noctilux. So that's the big brother.
I think that's the one that I could not find.
Yeah, and
Was that the 2 kidneys one or just the 1 kidney one? The 2 kidneys.
plus a leg?
Oh, plus a leg.
Yeah, that's the most expensive prime Leica makes right now.
And how much is that? Because Amazon wasn't selling it. You don't want to tell us. That's no problem.
14, bro.
Whoop. That's what's up, man. I love it. But you do a great job on it, man. I'm telling you.
Thanks, man.
These photos are amazing.
Thank you. That's Canon, actually.
This one? Oh, Mike, we're bringing back your soul.
Yep.
What Canon is this?
The 1DX from a buddy of mine because I missed it so much.
Uh-huh.
And I was using the Sigma 85 1.4.
With an adapter, or is it native?
I'm sorry?
With an adapter for the
Oh,
lens?
this is native. It's native. The Sigma builds the adapters in the lenses now.
Mike rejoices for his soul. It has come back.
And that's exactly.
So,
There's a few with Canon on there.
I mean, this had soul in it. Look at her, man. You feel.
Yep, it
you know what?
does.
The images that you have there, man, they really do evoke that feeling of like old masters. You know.
Thank you.
that portrait definitely the feel of. You know, just even the treatment of the light. Now, this is fantastic too. Can you let us know about this? How many lights are you using here, and with what?
Sure.
Let's just see what Lindsay is saying. You can have decent gear that is put in the right hands and make it look like $1 million, and you can put expensive gear in the hands of an amateur, and it would look like trash. It's all about experience and knowledge.
There you go.
So yeah, it's a big conversation between gear and goods, right? Between the gifts or the shooter themselves and versus the gear. You know, when you have the gear and the goods, then it's fantastic, much like what we're looking at here.
Fireworks.
Yeah, but then you got people that actually can provide the kind of imagery that is really good, even with a lesser expensive brand. But there is something to be said about the gear itself, because the way they make it can produce the kind of images that other brands may not be able to make. No.
Going back to that Noctilux, for example.
The 95, the
0.95, yeah. It's unless you Photoshop and add the bokeh and the swirls, and it's really, to me, it's just hard to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot achieve this without the separation that this fast of a lens can provide. It can't be achieved by any user without it, right?
You can get like 1.2 lenses that would give you that separation and stuff, but I haven't really. I mean, with the only experience that I have is the Canon, and it was a 51.2.
Yeah,
and that didn't come close.
Yeah.
It's
a big conversation that Lindsay is bringing up. You know, that conversation of goods and gear. You know, the photographer versus the gear that he uses. You know, it's like the memes that I put about us photographer. You know, it's like, oh, it's the user, and then when somebody puts, I'm using an iPhone, you're like, what's wrong with you, man? The gear is, you know, you have to use the proper gear. So that conversation is really kind of ongoing. But I have to say that there are some photographs that cannot be taken without the proper gear, or you cannot achieve a certain photograph. You know?
I agree. Yep.
So June says, it's all Steve, bro. He says we could give Steve a M50. He'd take awesome photos. Whoop! Well, that's big. That's huge. You know why? Because he and I and the crew that we run, the streaming crew we run, we make fun of the M50. So that's massive compliment.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Joe.
All right. Mike says signal is going in and out, and I have to bounce. Great work. Hopefully MFT shares where we can see your work. Yes, we'll do it. And it's Studio 41 Photo, Mike, studio41photo.com. Definitely follow him. Are you on Instagram? I don't think you're on Instagram.
Yes, I am.
You
Studio
are?
41 Photography.
Oh man, I didn't even tag you. That was this was early to this year, right? This was just recent, right? This one? Oh, I'm
What?
sorry. You're not seeing what I'm looking at. Sorry.
Oh, this was New Year's Eve.
This was very new. And what lens and body were you using here?
This one is the SL2S,
Okay.
and I want to say is the 50 millimeter 0.95. I also use the 75 millimeter SL-F2 Summicron. So I could be wrong on the lens. It could easily be the 75. Because I switched them quick and I did something similar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you showed me like
And,
three of them, right? You showed me 3 photos from this set. I think.
Yeah, I showed you the silhouette,
Mm-hmm.
the reflection of this one.
Lindsay says, an IG follow is coming your way. Guys, if you want to take a look at his gear list is on Memes for Togs on Amazon. Amazon.com/shop/memes for Togs. So you can see his gear list. Although I'll probably add the gear that actually he sent me, the gear list that he sent me that Amazon, or maybe Leica does not want Amazon to sell. So
Probably.
yeah, I think that's what it is. So talk to me about your detail shots that you're doing here. What light or the way you approach details? A lot of us have our own unique approaches to details. So can you let us know exactly, are you lighting it? Are you just natural lighting it? What lens are you using in these photos?
These ones, this was New Year's Eve as well, a couple of years ago. And this was inside a hotel and barely any light. So I have a light panel, Astra
I think we have that.
6X.
I think I have that here, right? You sent that to me, right?
I believe so. If not, you can easily find it, I feel like.
The Godox? No, that's not it. Not the hand. The hand.
It's by Light Panel.
Light panel.
LITE.
LITE light panel.
Yep.
So you're doing, this is continuous lighting then?
Yeah, I'm bouncing it off the wall because that thing is super bright.
Uh-huh.
So I turned it to full power daylight, bounced it off the wall, so you can get the chandelier in the more reddish tone, like in this natural color. Well, not really, because that would be tungsten. So
Trying to find the light.
so daylight would make it a little bit more.
The light panel Astra, is that what you're looking at?
Yep, Astra 6X, because they make a 1X, 3X, and I got the 6X.
Yep, I have it right here. We'll add it to your list, and I'll show it to everybody here in a minute. Let me go and show it to everyone. There it is, Steve stuff. Okay, so let me take a look. Let's take a look at this light panel. So this is the one you're looking at, bro?
Yes.
So that's what you use for your that's what you have as continuous lighting for your detail shots.
Not all the time. It just depends on what is needed.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So detail shots could be anywhere from this, could be daylight, natural light outside.
But you know, one of the things that I see here is you're consistent. You light them consistently, which is obviously a testament to the photographer that you are. Because a lot of times, even myself, the lighting can vary a little bit. But when you see somebody with consistent lighting, that's a person that actually understands his gear and understands how to consistently bring that light together. Which is why I make fun of you, because you're in your car right now, lit by the sun.
Actually, it's cloudy.
Diffuse light, all right.
That's what it is.
And you're not like, you don't look like what I look like. So again, it's content that's
just generic, man.
Dude, all right, tell us about this shot. This is beautiful. I'll bring it back.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember that one. This one was shot with a 50 millimeter Simulux. It's an SL native lens,
I don't think we have
and
that one either.
I backlit them actually with a flash.
The V10,
So
the Pro Photo.
this was backlit with an A1.
Okay, I have that one.
Backlit.
Here.
It's just an over camera flash.
Mm-hmm.
So we were outside just kind of doing something quick, a little bit more, later during the day. And I just had to do something crazy and backlit them, and here we are.
Fantastic. Has some more detailed shots. I want to go back to the ones. Now, this one looks like one of those classic film cameras. Is this also with the SL2?
That's pretty cool. You said that. This was shot with, this is New Year's Eve as well. 3 days ago. Just walking out of the ceremony, and I shot it with the SL2S with the 35 millimeter f2.
Did we have that one?
Summicron. No.
Thank you, Leica. I appreciate you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing. And then just they were just walking out, very, very happy. They had a hard time keeping that date because of COVID, and they almost canceled, and they moved a bunch of times, and they didn't have a reception really. They just went back to the house and just kind of hung out, right?
Wow.
But the ceremony and everything else in between and before was standard, like just like any other wedding.
Right.
And I had an A1, a Pro Photo A1 that I bounced basically off the wall, sort of like top right, and then just filmed it very slightly and converted it to black and white.
It was on camera. The A1.
Yep.
Okay, so this is it. For those of you that do not know about the Pro Photo, if you're a pro, you know about the Pro Photos. You may not even have it because it is. I know my friend here. He bought like 4 all at once, and I almost died.
The A1s?
Yeah. And then he also had the B10s. So I was like, all right, dude,
nice.
Stop flexing. But he shoots Nikon or Nikon. And this is the this is the A1X. That's a newer one, no?
Which I just got yesterday.
Did you get 4?
So I sold one of my A1s, and then I got one A1X and one A1.
Now, you said you use Godox, right? What is the difference between... No.
I'm sorry. I used... Yes. I apologize. Yes.
Yeah, June says light panels are great. I think I'm going to have to look into that, especially with lights. Although I do have enough lighting here. I don't need any extra. But yeah, this is just the consistency of... Do you see any color differences when it came to shooting with a Godox flash versus an A1 Pro Photo?
Yeah, a lot of people will tell you no, but the quality of light that comes out of the Pro Photo, in my opinion, is slightly superb over the Godox.
Yeah, I mean...
and to me, anything I can do to push my quality and make my job easier down the road, I'm doing that.
Yeah, and if you're saying you're minimally... See, if what you're telling us is correct, that you pretty much do minimal editing and changes in color or changes in the way the photos are. I mean, if this is almost straight out of camera, just the quality of the image is I mean, it's not close to what I have as in my Nikon gear.
Well, I'm gonna have to be honest with you for a second. Go back to the other image.
This is
You
this is
ready?
Canon.
Nope.
What is it?
Sony.
I knew you were gonna say it, you traitor. Traitor.
Well, though here's the thing. When I go and shoot,
Uh-huh. And
I
so
have a
June
second
is
shooter
right.
with me.
See, June is right. Before you go on, June is right. I could hand you a D5100, and I would be tricked into believing that you shot with a Leica. That's what's gonna happen here. And Lindsay,
Probably.
her conversation is correct because she's saying it's about you more than it is the gear.
Correct.
And I think
100%.
we're getting our answer here. But go ahead.
100%. Well, what I was gonna say, just I'm probably the fairest person you'll ever meet. So when I go on weddings, I have myself and another shooter that comes out,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of times we split up in the morning, and I take the bride and he takes the groom.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of his shots.
Oh, this is his shots. Oh, okay.
This is one of his shots that he did at the groom's house.
This is the second photographer. Well, he's a good one too, man.
Correct. He's pretty good. I enjoy shooting with him, and I think we complement each other really, really well. And fireworks, man.
Yeah, I mean yeah, you do make a complimentary work. Now, let's go to that shot that you had given me to take a look at. This is another one of those smoking ones. Is this the same couple? No, that's not the same couple.
One.
No. Yeah, these are the
Canon.
these are the marquee. That's the 0. Is that the 50?
That is the 1DX Mark II with the 85.
85. Okay. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Where's that one that I have in our thumbnail?
With the silhouette or the reflection?
The one with the rain. Is it here?
Oh, it's under the engagement section.
On the engagement section.
So if you scroll down, if you get out of this, whatchamacallit? Yeah, right, first drop.
All right. So tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, so this guy works for the White House. No, the Capitol. I'm sorry. In D.C. and he asked me if I would shoot the engagement session there. I said, sure, no problem. My wife and I and my daughter went there. It was a nice day, kind of humid. And then he's like, hey, man, we got to call it at around 7. So 5 to 7 p.m. It's a 2-hour session. And he's like, there's going to be a huge storm coming in. And I said, okay, well, we can maybe catch the beginning of the storm and get something exactly like this. This is kind of what I was picturing, right?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, 7:01, you see daylight right here, and then like pitch black clouds just literally eating up the skies, like a movie, like you're driving and you're trying to like outrun the storm.
Yeah, like the storm chase.
And then the clouds are just like overtaking you. And I'm like, this is not going to be good. So like, let's pull over really quick, get out, and we'll take it. So they're like, here's an umbrella, and I swear the umbrella was this big for me, like to put over my head. So I threw the umbrella down because it was just like it wasn't doing anything. And then if you look at their umbrella, you can see one of the spikes, or whatever you call it, is starting to bend.
Yeah, I see that.
Right there. So the wind was so hard, man. I couldn't even see them, to be honest. So I had a flash behind them. I had my
Which flash was
my
this?
original SL, and I had a 24 to 90 lens on there, which is also Leica that I sold. And I snapped maybe 4 shots, and that one was the winner. It was, I mean, it was a tornado, man. It was like coming hard.
You only had one light here.
That's it.
Just one light. Which light is that?
That was back then was the Godox 860 V2.
Oh, I have that light. I have that light. Yeah, because
Yep.
um
And I still have it, and it still works.
and question, because people would probably ask, there's some people that may ask, how were you able to keep it from being destroyed by the rain?
I took a chance.
Really? I thought you were saying, oh, I got a Ziploc bag and everything.
Nope. I think that light is pretty nicely weather sealed, to be honest.
Oh, let's give me a little bit
I'm
of
talking
confidence.
like, man, his suit, her dress, all of my clothes, my socks, my undershirt, my tank top, all soaked. My camera, everything.
What did
my
they say after
transmitter.
they saw this?
Oh, they blew it up to a 30 by 40 and put it in their house.
Yeah, heck
I mean, they loved it.
yeah, and they're probably so glad that they didn't cancel.
The whole session was good. It was all nice weather and everything, except for that one.
So, and that was the one that
This
was
was the
like,
last shot.
that was the amazing. It was like, oh, this is the last shot, but you knew right away this is money.
I pictured it. I'm like, we got to do this.
Yeah, this is money. How far was the light behind them? How far was the light behind them?
4 or 5 feet, maybe 6, 7.
Okay. Can you give us a little bit of your settings? I know, like, most pros hate when somebody asks that, because you're like,
no, I don't mind it. I just don't remember. I want to say ISO 400. Shutter speed had to at least be 125th, maybe 160th.
So it's really pouring, because there's
sorry,
movement.
I
There's
could see
movement
them.
in the rain.
But I couldn't see them. This is just a road with cars behind me and behind them, and you can't see anything because first of all I made it black and white,
Yeah.
and it was just pouring rain. The rain is sort of kind of taken the whole image with the exposure.
Yeah.
And I think I must have been at like f4, 3.5 or something.
Yeah.
And the flash with that I think was half power, fourth, give or take.
Yeah. Now, was the tilt? Was it intentional?
Oh,
tilt?
I couldn't see, bro.
So you.
I left it like that on purpose. Because it was just sort of like remembering how crazy it was, and there's no way. It was like, you gotta go, you gotta take it and go.
Yeah, that's emotive though. Now, talk to me about this one, because just the rim light that's on them, it's just amazing. Is it?
That is the 50.95.
My goodness.
At 0.95. And it was the B10 Plus bare bulb actually. No modifier.
See, you see, somebody's gonna buy. Somebody's gonna buy some Leica equipment and be like,
yeah, I love that.
Yo, this guy, I'm gonna get a shot like this, and we're gonna be like, probably not. Lindsay's gonna be like, yeah, you could probably spend $20,000 for that one shot, and you'll probably fail at achieving what Steve has achieved here. Because this shot, if we just kind of look at it in a financial term, you're talking about a $6,000 camera, $12,000 lens. So you're talking about 18 grand already. The pro photo is another $2,000. So you're talking about a $20,000 shot just by means of gear.
Yes, sir.
And so the statement is, you better know what you're doing if you're putting that kind of money into your gear, right? Because the gear will not save you.
Scary, man.
Right, Steve. Let's be honest. This gear in the hands of a less skilled professional like yourself would be trouble.
Probably.
That gear would be trouble because you're talking about light.
Probably.
You're talking about the depth. You're talking about the treatment of of the ambient. The
Yep.
this is not an easy shot.
It could be if with enough
says
practice.
the, says the guy. Of course, you're gonna say it could be. Yeah, it's not. Wasn't that bad, Lemuel? I just do this every day. Yeah, this is. You cannot take this shot if you. I mean, you have to have all. I mean, just. And I don't know if it's because of the browser or what have you, but it's just there's a softness to the shot, and to the
Yep.
image
That's why I love it.
that it's so creamy, that you if you're gonna take a photo with less gear, you'd have to be skilled as an editor in order for you to nail this shot, or you have to have apps that you use in order for you to soften the shot like this and still be sharp.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna have a hard time finding a lens out there that gives you all of that straight out of camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
You're gonna
So
have a hard time.
if I say
Yeah.
tomorrow, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to his gear list at Amazon.com/shop/me for togs. I'm gonna go to his gear list and I'm gonna buy the B10 or the Pro Photo. I'm gonna buy the Leica SL2. I'm gonna buy the 0.95 50, and I'm gonna go and shoot a couple like this, and it is going to be terrible.
Not necessarily. It's really simple if you look at it.
Well, the 50 is what? Is manual, no? Is a manual focus, no?
Yes.
I mean,
it
right
is.
there can be difficult for people.
It is. Yeah. It's again.
And this is handheld, right?
Oh yeah. I never use a tripod.
All right. So you're talking about a field, a depth of field, the focus plane so narrow at
that.
0.95. That's what I'm saying.
Like that. Yeah.
You'd have I'm just saying. I'm just telling people.
Those of you, this is the 59.5.
All right, so those of you that are brand new to photography or just new to photography, please do not buy this lens and this gear thinking that you are going to get that shot. Please do not do that, because you're going to come back to me and you're going to say, Lemuel, I bought what Steve told me to buy or showed me to buy, and it did not come out the way I want to come out. I want my money back. And we're going to tell you right now, and we're going to give ourselves a caveat and tell you right now, do not buy this unless, if you're a millionaire or you have some money that's laying around, please, there are better use for your money than thinking you can get that shot, that you can get this shot, all right, by you getting the gear. Like Lindsay says, this is, as much as the gear is a part of this photo, just the softness of it, obviously, the 0.95, the 50, even the focal length is part of this image. Right?
Yeah.
Am I right? The choice of focal length is part of this image. So all of that,
just with the framing and all that.
yeah, so all of that, right, is not gear. Yes, the gear is good, the 50, all of that, but this takes some skill to shoot. Let's talk about this a little bit. Go ahead, bro.
This one, I use two lights here.
Okay.
A Godox.
This is a little different
SLV.
from the photos we've been looking at. As the light is a little bit more pronounced here.
Yep, it is a little bit more. Well, it was freezing. Like these guys, I think they died a couple times.
I thought you were saying
finished.
for real.
We finished the shoot. Plus, I was a bit of in a rush because we were at a mall, an outdoors mall, and the guy said, "Don't take forever because
we're gonna
the
freeze
managers and fun, etc., etc." So I put the light panel up, and I have a small softbox for it. And I just kind of like lit them from the side, and I had the other Godox, but I have a
Oh, so
and
this
I
is
saw a
the
softbox
softbox.
for it.
Go ahead.
Um, I forgot the name of the modifier, but it's a zoom modifier that gives you double or triple the intensity of what the video light would produce.
Okay.
And I think I had it like maybe 75%, and I just had it behind them to kind of backlight them, and just kind of framed them in a way, and took a quick shot.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Man, let's just go through this and then we'll close it out. You tell us what's gonna go on. Maybe we'll go through your gear list, but man, just amazing, incredible photos, brother.
Thanks,
Well
appreciate
done.
it, bud. Thank you.
Well done. Um, yeah, the softness of you can tell it's different, right?
Yeah, I like to think I'm different
Yeah,
when
this
it
is
comes
another
to
classic looking
overall
photo.
tonality and
Right.
IQ and all that.
Is that just another light, right? You're using.
This one is a B10
Mhm.
with the 24-inch beauty dish, and just exposed to the sun, and had enough power to kind of
And that's the beauty about the
balance
B10,
it.
right? The B10 is really powerful.
The B10 is, but the B10 Plus is more
Okay.
powerful. The B10 is a 250 watt light. The B10 Plus is 500.
Man, that's just amazing. Well, good job, man. Thank you so much for joining me. And
Yeah.
I mean, here we are. We're looking at ourselves here, but let's go back to your gear list. Just some of the things that we could talk about a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So now these lenses are the Sigma ones because that's the only one. This is the Zeiss.
I can. Do you want me to show you one that I took with that Sigma one?
How about this one, the 35, 1.4?
This one is a sweet lens, man.
Okay.
I haven't been using it much. I actually just acquired it lately,
Okay. All right.
but I haven't like put it through its paces yet.
Okay, let's
But I
take a
wanted
look
one
at the
for
other
my
one. Which one did
collection, so to speak.
which lens you want to talk about?
The Sigma 14 to 24.
Okay. And you have a photo that you used it on?
Just from New Year's Eve. If you'd like to see it, I mean, no
Sure.
pressure.
No. Go ahead. It's on the wedding part?
Correct. Should be the second image, maybe first image.
All right, let's take a look. Yeah, so for those that are still with us, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow me here on Amazon.com/shop/memes for togs. For those that are wanting to check out Steve's work, it is Studio 41 Photo on IG as well as online at www.studio41photo.com. And you can check out his information there. Steve, do you do any classes at all? Do you teach right now?
Not yet. Not yet. I eventually want to do that. But I just haven't
Question:
really,
does Leica have sponsored or kind of brand ambassadors for their work, their brand?
I asked them about that a couple times, and I don't know if they do.
Phew, look at
I
that.
think it was something that I would have to contact them about and
Quality
see
of the
if they
image
would
here.
sponsor or not.
The quality of the
I
image.
never really pursued it.
You make me want to take a look at Leica right now, bro. I'm serious.
Do it, man. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, and then you
This is
will
so
hear me.
awesome.
I'll be like, Steve, guess what? I'm in divorce court. Thanks.
let's hope that doesn't that
No, well,
something
not
doesn't happen.
divorce court. We'd be like in the streets, and then like this is amazing. Wow. Oh my goodness. Where is that one you're talking about?
I still see the Sigma lens. I don't see the photos.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm running through the photos.
You're good. That's it.
That's the one. Look at that.
Yep.
What, 28? What is this, 14? No, 20.
This is
24.
I probably would have zoomed in a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but Sigma does a really fantastic job too. But they're more like your everyday lenses to get the job done. You know, like bread and butter kind of thing.
Yeah. So what's happening here? You're on the table?
Yeah, just a simple shot of the table, the long table.
Where's the light coming from?
Behind them, we had that Godox. Oh, and also I had a VL300 from Godox that is insanely powerful.
I think I have that.
With a
Is that
30-inch.
that's the handheld light?
I'm sorry.
That's the handheld light, the stick light?
No, that's an LS500 or LC500.
Here's the one.
This one is a VL. It's a full studio light, basically.
Is this one?
That I have. That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you had it. So I'm using two V-mount batteries to power it, and with a solid box at like 50%, maybe 30% power.
And directed on the groom side?
Yeah. So the groom was on. It's backwards here, but it was facing. Yeah, so it was a little bit more to my right when I shot it.
Yeah.
With
So
the backlit from
most of the
another
time, most photographers light the bride. Why choose
Correct.
the groom on this part?
No particular reason. We were just moving quick, trying to get through it. We only had an hour. And so I took the shot. It was more of a wide angle. I looked at it and said, well, the room is lit up now. So
That's it.
I just kind of went with that.
Yeah, and it works,
No
actually.
reason.
It works. Because then she's on the shadow side, but she's rimmed.
Right,
you
with the backlight.
Yeah, so she's backlit, and the rim light is really working to that effect. So it's actually, it actually has that like, almost like negative effect type of feeling. You know, she's has white, has black. She's in the darkness in her face.
Right.
He's in the brightness. So
Right.
yeah, you could take that
That's a good
explanation.
imagination right there.
Yeah, you can take that explanation now. When somebody asks you, why
Makes
didn't you
total
light the
sense.
bride? Be like, oh, because I was working with the monotone feel.
Yep, light and dark, dark and light,
That's
and
right. That's right.
everyone wins, right?
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much, man. This has been
Yeah, no problem.
amazingly fun, bro.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. I had fun too.
Yeah, and I'd love to have you come back and chat. I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to do like a round robin critique of people's IG photos.
Damn.
Like just choose
You're gonna
an IG account, and we just go at it and be like, not to diss it actually, but how
Bro.
can we make it better? Can we make this photo better? Even if the photographer is not there. But I don't know if I want to be savage like that.
Exactly. I mean, you know, I don't know if that'll go over well with him or them or whoever.
Right? Be like, hey, your IG was just critiqued by MFT, Lemuel, and Steve, and you need to watch that video.
You know, man, we'd get in so much trouble, man.
We were like, well, it is online, so
Yeah,
we
exactly.
make it available. We're just trying to help you here. But yeah, man.
But I mean, you know, at first they might go crazy. After that, they might appreciate it. You know?
So Tell us in closing, bro. What would you say to somebody that is just beginning, an intermediate photographer, and maybe something that is in a par with what you're doing?
Passion first, money follows. Right? Don't do it just to make $1 because you'll burn out faster than you can think, man. Because the details that entail to the wedding and how much patience you got to have. I mean, just dealing with all that, and I love it. I'm used to it. I can't do it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to teach yourself that you got to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
You got to love it way more than, let's say, making 5,000 on a wedding, which is cool. It's awesome. You're paying your bills and stuff. But I think deep down inside is you want to be passionate about it, because that's how you sort of project yourself into the images, is by doing that versus just being technical.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my take on that.
That's your philosophy. How about gear?
Basically, and I'm being sincere about it.
Yeah, I know you are. How about gear? What's your approach to gear? What would you tell somebody who's looking to level up this 2021 when it comes to gear?
Get the most expensive stuff you can get. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man.
Get gear that other people don't want to get and
don't have. Yeah. But no, really, I would, as far as gear goes, you can get away with. I mean, Sigma makes a great product. Canon, Nikon. I won't mention the other one. We'll refuse to mention the other one. But there's plenty of stuff you can get to, start off. And Godox is an awesome brand to do it with. Canon, Nikon, like I said, all these guys. Fuji is awesome. It's one of my favorites too. The colors that come out of that thing are phenomenal.
Really?
You can start out. Yeah, well, the Fuji like XT4 with a 51.0 they just came out with. You'll be around $3,000.
Mm-hmm. For the set, for the body and the lens.
Yeah. I thought really hard about getting it just to have it to shoot engagement sessions with. It is a crop sensor camera, but the colors, the focusing system is nice. The ergonomics are nice. I enjoy it. I really do.
You shoot with it now, or not? You kind of tested it?
I did for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've seen what comes out of it and stuff. I wouldn't hesitate to buy it if I could.
Which you can.
Probably. I don't know.
Oh man, thank you again so much. And for those of you that are watching again, you could follow Gabriel's work. I mean, Steve's work. Gabriel is his last name. Is that how you say it, Gabriel?
Gabriel, just the regular Gabriel.
Yeah. So, and we talked about why it's misspelled, but we're not gonna bring this up.
Man.
But yeah, you can follow his work at Studio 41 Photo on IG.
Thank you.
Also on Facebook, bro. Are you on Facebook too?
Yeah. So Instagram, Facebook, it's Studio 41 Photography, and our website is studio41photo.com.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, man. And yeah, hopefully I could assist you in bringing some of your skills to the market and helping next generation photographers buy Leica equipment.
I'd love to. Buy Leica equipment. Exactly.
All right, everybody. Until next time, thank you all for joining us for Amazon. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate the time. Take a look at his gear. Again, his gear list. June says a better driver, regardless of the car, is a better driver, but a faster car is a faster car. That doesn't change. A faster car doesn't make you a better driver. Just a bad driver in a fast car. Whoop.
Exactly.
Well, that's a drop right there. And with that, thank you, everybody. Until this Thursday at 3 p.m., join me.
Thank you.
Stick with me, bro. We'll bring it back. That was fantastic, man. What the heck? Oop. The heck? Ow. Ow. Oh. Amazon. Okay, so if you're gonna go and check out Pro Photography. Hey everybody, welcome back to. Hello. What's going on here? You're not coming in. What's up, dude?
How you doing, bro?
Good. What do you think, man? That was good.
Yeah, hang on. It's choppy a little bit.
Oh snap! Hold on. I gotta end this.
One second.